And welcome back everyone to the Clay Soldiers Battle Tournament 2015. We are up to the quarterfinals and we have 8 very impressive teams in this matchup so far. We have the Dark Lancers. They're going to be facing off against the Grey Thuds. And after that we're going to be seeing the Yellow Horde take on the Cyan Sailors. It's going to be a pretty good couple of matches. 2 fairly large armies facing off against 2 cavalry type armies. I don't know who's going to win in these fights. With the Dark Lancers and the Grey Thuds do have some extra range for their attacks. The Dark Lancers, however, have some extra defense, but as we've seen, overwhelming numbers can overcome a good defense. So, who's going to win? Let's go check where they're going to be facing off and find out. Alright. So they will be facing against each other in Ender Surprise. Alright, let's get them set up and march them out. Alright, we have both teams loaded in. This is a fight that's going to be a great opening to the quarterfinals. We have the Dark Lancers, their elite units equipped with multiple lightning strike attacks, and the Grey Thuds. Their elite units are equipped with instant knockout fire. Which team will be superior though? Will it be overwhelming numbers or mounted superiority? Let's find out in 3, 2, 1, and let the battle begin! And the Grey Thuds is sprinting across the arena, setting off some traps, launching arrows to the other side of the arena. Dark Lancers took a couple early hits. Grey Thuds not doing too well this time around, but they have done a good amount of damage to the Dark Lancers early on. So far the fight is fairly even. Grey Thuds won't be able to take any of the mounts themselves, as they all are carrying very heavy bone weaponry. Both sides are incurring very heavy losses. I'm having difficulty keeping track of how many each side has lost. I think, however, the Dark Lancers may actually be maintaining a bit of a superior attack. No, they're actually starting to lose quite a bit. It seems their armor and shields may have taken too much damage and are just crumbling under the offensive might of the Grey Thuds. There's still a bit of lightning flying around occasionally. It's looking like the Grey Thuds' superior numbers and forsaking of all armor is still being just so overwhelmingly powerful for them. It's definitely not a tactic that I expected to make it to the semifinals, but it looks like that is where they're going to be going. Dark Lancers only have 4 units left, make that 3 units. Grey Thuds outnumber them 15 to 1 now. Only 1 Dark Lancer left. He is being chased across the arena, still riding his horse, trying to just do as much damage as he can, attempting to not die. Unfortunately, there was just no way he could win. Grey Thuds, they have won again. Their bone clubs have all but disintegrated. And they're just now running around riding mounts in victory. Grey Thuds, first team to the semifinals. And that was quite an overwhelming victory for the Grey Thuds. They massacred the Dark Lancers. They have done amazingly well so far in this tournament. They might even be able to make it all the way to the finals. Or will they? Because they're going to have to face off against either the Yellow Horde or the Cyan Sailors. Both are teams which have, well, one has overwhelming numbers, the other has a little bit better defense and healing capabilities. Which of them will prove to be superior and have to face off against the fearsome Grey Thuds? Let's go pick the arena that they will be facing off in, the Eternal Flame Valley, and see who is victorious. And welcome to the second round of the quarterfinals. The Yellow Horde facing off against the Cyan Sailors in the Eternal Flame Valley. The Yellow Horde has nearly twice as many units as the Cyan Sailors. Both teams are mounted. However, the Cyan Sailors are mounted upon turtles instead of horses, and all of their units have ranged attacks. But will the ranged attacks be enough to take out enough of the Yellow Horde for them to have a chance of victory? And which team will benefit most from this arena that has claimed so many Clay Soldier lives? Let's find out in 3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin. And the Yellow Horde is making its way steadily across the Valley of Eternal Flame, charging into the fire, catching a flame, and they have met the Cyan Sailors on the far side of the arena. The Yellow Horde taking quite a serious amount of damage, and their horses are actually sometimes turning into nightmares as they fall into the lava pits. The Yellow Horde unfortunately has taken a huge amount of losses. They just could not have charged into a more dangerous situation for themselves. The fire has wiped them out so severely that they just do not have a chance anymore. They only have one man remaining. He is dismounted, trapped in the midst of the Cyan Sailors. He has managed to actually acquire a turtle mount for himself. He has killed one Cyan Sailor on his own, but he's been shoved into the lava and he is now dead. As it, the Yellow Horde completely eliminated, but can it really be said that the Cyan Sailors truly defeated them themselves? Or is it more a testament to just how dangerous this arena is? Either way, the Cyan Sailors are going to have to face off against the Grey Thuds in the semifinals. And so, with the Yellow Horde unfortunately perishing in the flames of the Eternal Valley, the Cyan Sailors move on to face against the Grey Thuds in the semifinals. But before we can get to their fight, we must see what the other half of the semifinals is going to look like. We have the Melon Maniacs facing off against the Grey Grunts, followed by Purple Thunder taking on the Frost Valkyries. Let's get the first teams going, Melon Maniacs and Grey Grunts, and they shall face each other in the Treetop Torment Arena. Let's gather them up and set them loose. And the arena is loaded in. Melon Maniacs are on the right, and perhaps even more rational than their name may lead you to believe, facing off against the Grey Grunts, who have made good on their redemption chance on the left. The arena has been modified very slightly to allow units to be able to climb back up to the treetops if they so need to, but perhaps all the fighting will take place on the ground, as both units are loaded with cavalry types. Neither have any flying capabilities, and there's only a few that have ranged attack type units. Anyway, the arena is set, the teams are set, battle begins in 3, 2, 1, let's go! And both teams are off, taking off across the treetops. Both sides are loaded evenly. Some damage is being done early on by a range attack from the Grey Grunt side. Grey Grunt staying in a horde, taking mainly to the ground. Melon Maniacs hiding in the treetops. Certainly is a cowardly thing for them to do. Their turtles do not seem to be surviving the fall. They are exploding into melony gooiness on the ground. Grey Grunts taking heavy losses. Melon Maniacs definitely staying up there in numbers, couple their units, and maintaining their height advantage in the treetops. One Melomaniac soldier is in the treetops from what I can tell, and we are going to have to head into the arena to keep track of this fight as they have moved behind the foliage. The Great Grunts, they may have made good on their redemption chance, but their shot at victory does not seem to have made it very far in this tournament. It looks like they will finally be seeing their second defeat at the hands of the maniacal Melon Masters. And that is it. The Grey Grunts are eliminated. They did good. They made good on their redemption chance. They just did not have what it takes to make it all the way to the semifinals. Good effort on their part, though. Very good effort. And the Melon Maniacs have taken their spot in the semifinals. Grey Grunts out of the tournament. Who will the Melon Maniacs be facing then? Will it be Purple Thunder or Frost Valkyries? Let's find out where those two teams will be facing off. Frost River Valley. Almost a home field advantage for the Frost Valkyries. And an arena the Purple Thunder team is familiar with. And welcome to the final quarterfinal match. We have the Frost Valkyries on the left and Purple Thunder on the right. Purple Thunder has experienced this arena before. They know the layout. Frost Valkyries have not been here yet. And they also have not technically won a match due to knockout. All their matches have been won due to timeout. Will that change here, or will the Purple Thunder team have serious, overwhelming advantage against them due to their lightning range attacks? Let's find out in 3, 2, 1, battle begin! And the gates are opening, Purple Thunder slowly making their way out. Ooh, the beacon in the middle has not actually lit. It needs to be repaired, but thankfully a Frost Valkyrie soldier has made its way across, and instantly its mount is destroyed due to a Purple Thunder attack. Purple Thunder now making their way across the arena. Lightning flying, taking out the Frost Valkyrie mounts. Frost Valkyries are just melting underneath the ranged offensive capabilities of Purple Thunder. Frost Valkyrie has not actually faced against a range-focused unit before. They have so far only been facing melee units, and that has been to their advantage. It seems that when it comes to facing range, they do not have the capabilities of actually taking on the damage that is coming towards them. Purple Thunder, again, making it difficult to commentate with their repetitive lightning strikes. And that is it. The Frost Valkyries have melted underneath the lightning onslaught of Purple Thunder. We're going to have to get this arena fixed. That beacon needs replacing. But that is it. The quarterfinals are over. The teams are set for the semifinals. We have Purple Thunder, the Grey Thuds, Cyan Sailors, and the Melomaniacs. It is looking like an interesting matchup so far. Will the Grey Grunts, not the Grey Grunts, the Grey Thuds, be able to keep their overwhelming force tactics going into the finals, or will they die? Stay tuned and find out.